Welcome to this module on creating journeys. In the Quick Start section in the Overview tab, we can click on Go to Studio and then click on Journeys. That's one way of going into the Studio. Else we can simply click on the Studio module. Here, we can click on Journeys. We can click on Create New Journey and give it a name here. Let us call this journey as Order Food and give it a description. Now click on Create Journey button. We are now into the Journey Builder window. Let us click on the Start step, and we are asked to select an intent here. We need to first create an intent, which is a set of utterances to trigger this particular journey. In the Cloud Yellow AI platform, we can have multiple sets of utterances grouped in the form of an intent. In fact, this is a requirement for triggering a journey, because we are prompted to map an intent to the start node of a journey. For this purpose, we need to go to the NLU page. We can click on Create New Intent and give it a name. Let us call this cuisine type and add an utterance here. For example, I want to order food. Let us add one more utterance here which says menu please. You can add multiple utterances here and then click on Submit. So an intent type called cuisine type has been added to the intents page. We can add multiple intents as well, each mapped to their own set of utterances. Note that a minimum of 2 intents are needed to train the bot effectively on the platform. Now let us go to the Design tab. Go to the Journeys page and click on the Start node. Here, we can map one of the intents that we created in the NLU page. What we have effectively done here is train the bot to trigger this journey for a given set of utterances. We can also add multiple intents here by clicking on Add New Trigger. But we have to ensure that multiple triggers are logically related to the journey. Once we set up the triggers, click on the Add icon on the Start node. This will show us a set of prompts, messages, actions, and condition nodes to select from. Let us first look at the different types of prompt nodes offered here. We have name, email, phone, location, quick replies, carousels, and questions. The question prompt can be used when the bot needs to ask the user to provide an input. Let us add this prompt to the Journey Builder page. In the text message box, we can type the question to be asked to the user. Optionally, we can give a name for every step that we add. We will have to save this configuration. We also have an option to select a variable where we would like the user input to be stored. If a variable has already been created, then it would appear here. Let us see how to create a variable. In the right-hand panel, the last icon takes us to a page where we can manage variables in our bot journeys. Let us click on that icon and then click on Add Another Variable. We can call this variable as username. Click on Save. Now click on the drop-down in the prompt and select the username variable. This variable can now be used at any step within the bot journey. Let us click on the plus icon on the prompt node and add a text response. Under the message category, you will see text, image, video and file as various options. Let us select text. We can add a step name here. In the text box, we want to display the user's name from the variable in which it is stored. After the hard-coded string, we have to enter a couple of curly braces. Now the UI automatically show you the list of variables that have been created. We can select the variable name that was used in the previous step. This translates to variables.username in the text box. To test these changes, we will have to train the bot with the mapped intent. Now we can try our bot. We can always click on the Home button to restart the journey. Let us trigger the journey with the utterance I want to order food. We are prompted to provide a name. Let us enter it here in the text box. We can now see that the first node inside the bot journey has been executed, which fetches the user input from a variable and displays it along with the string that was configured. This is how prompt nodes can be used to prompt the user for a response and store it in a variable. In order to use the value stored in this variable in any subsequent nodes in the journey, we will have to simply type variables.variablename within a pair of curly braces. Alternatively, we can use a pair of flower braces and select the variable from the list that is displayed. To summarize, in order to create a journey, we need to go to the NLU page and create intents. Intents are a set of utterances used to trigger a bot journey. In the NLU page, we need to have at least 2 intents created in order to train the bot. You can evaluate the utterances after training the bot by clicking on Evaluate Confidence. We can now see the confidence score displayed next to the utterance. If it is above the minimum confidence score that is set for the bot, it means this utterance can be input to successfully trigger the journey to which it is mapped. The score can be checked for all trained utterances. We can build bot journeys by clicking on Create New Journey in the Journeys page. In the Start node of a journey, we can select an intent whose mapped utterances should trigger this journey. That is all for this module on creating bot journeys. Thanks for watching.